Test, test, test. Do I sound all right? What's going on, Nisa? Is that Michelle or is that Michael? Lockhart 9881. What's going on? Tristan. Y'all know. I struggle with the names. That's just me. SL Gainey. Detroit family in the Haas. Same Suki. Hey. How we feeling? How we living? Got a fun show today. I sound good? Okay, I'm good. Sound is good. Nisa, thank you for my sound check. Needed that one. Hope everybody's doing all right. Before we even really get into it, I need to say some thank yous. How we doing, Tony Gordon? Tony A. Gordon. I don't know why it has y'all's ats, by the way. I know it's sometimes I'm saying y'all's names awkwardly, but it's because YouTube. I be saying that all the time. I don't know why I did that. K Gemma, 89. How we living? I cannot start this without, you know what I'm saying? I can't start this with. Tanya, see the ads. I'm telling you. See, I thought it was Tony A. Gordon. That didn't make a lot of sense. Thank you, Tanya. I apologize. see this Cheryl Holder, I believe. What's up, teens? How are you doing? We got a fun show today. We've got a few things, but again, like I said, don't want to start this without thanking, even if you weren't there, just being a supporter, because understand that if you're in here right now, you make it possible for us to do the draft, mock draft that we did. We had G Bush in the house. We had G Mansky in the house. I even brought a high school friend. And I just want to say I appreciate the way that y'all, we're just receptive. Y'all were great. We had a great audience out there. G Bush was out there. How you doing? PhD Sid, what's going on? Tanya, I feel it, Tanya. I feel it. I just appreciate you showing me a little grace there. You know what I mean? But no, need to say thank you to everybody who was there. Even like I said, even if you weren't there. And another Tanya. Okay, there you go. Even if you weren't there, again, if you're a part of the audience, you're the reason why I can reach out to amazing supporters like amazing creators like G Bush, amazing creators like G Mansky. I thought the stream was fun. I wanted to let y'all know I want to bring more of that to you guys, taking things a little more serious. I want to up the quality of this stuff. Look, I get it. I know some of y'all, most of y'all, a lot of y'all are here for Shedeur content. But at my core, I love football. Y'all know I'm open about being a Texans fan. So what I would love to do is continue to educate and cover Shedeur because, I mean, that's my guy. I rock with two. It's two now. You know what I'm saying?
Get dangerous.
But if I, at the same time, if I could also add more value to you guys, add some different, types of content. G Bush leads the way in that. He's got his whole almost like it's like the nightcap but for the Cleveland boys, you know what I'm saying? So he's definitely an inspiration content wise of some things to do. So I just want to make sure, or I want y'all to know how thankful I am that I'm even able to do things like a live mock draft, and I want y'all to know that there will be more things like that, more trivia, like just fun things that I can hopefully improve the content, make things a little more interesting for you guys because of how much y'all have given to me quality wise. All right, so how do you two? You skipped me. I didn't skip you. I said PhD Sid. I just didn't. I might have said it wrong. Is it? You know what I mean? Is it not PhD Sid? These ats are weird. Hey, hi. Okay, cool. Okay, I think everybody's kind of funneling in. Again, thank y'all so much. Now, we've got some fun things we're going to do today. We got some fun things to do. Obviously, we got to talk about too. He's making the Browns media turn a new leaf. And I think this is interesting. Everybody knows Jason Lloyd. Well, it seems that Jason Lloyd is going back on his comments. He was the person who spoke about, Shedeur not being able to put certain work in or not learning an XYZ. And obviously with the reports that Todd Monken came out with, we see that's completely different. So we are going to start right here. I don't know. I've been experimenting with these a little bit, right? So boom, that's going to be our first topic right there, right? Beautiful stuff. And if you're here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you're locked in. And then after that, we're gonna also hit you guys probably with a Puka Nacua update. Oh no, scratch that. We're gonna go Browns head coach Todd Monken. He was speaking on Shedeur's porcelain horse, right? And people keep asking about that, so we're gonna watch this little interview, check it out, see what's going on. What else we got? Oh, Ruben Bane, one of my, or probably the #1 edge player, if you don't, depending on what you kind of Arvell Reese as, #1 edge player. We're going to break him down a little bit, speak about his story a little bit. Obviously, pretty controversial with the whole short arms things. I like the storylines that we can kind of dive into, kind of show you how, the draft media paints these young men and kind of puts them in certain situations, right? When it comes to certain evaluations, right? And then for the second channel, this is going to be a heavy second channel day, right? I know y'all saw that crazy video of this crazy drill. This... Wait, what's going on? Why are the saxophones playing? Oh, I forgot. My fault. The saxophone, I thought it was really up for me. My goodness. But we got that. We'll also hit an update on Puka Nacua, and if we have time, we can do some more second channel situations because Coach Prime, he's addressing the haters in the way that Coach Prime does, and Coach Prime is just advising his team, to be a little bit more mature, right? To be a little bit more mature. Now, what I want to start this off with. Hey, they got me. They got me, right? So I want to start this poll off. What themed stream next, right? So the last stream, this is the poll that I'm gonna put. This is gonna be a long poll. I'm gonna just probably leave it up most of the stream. How about next stream's theme? So last stream we did guests and we did a live mock draft, right? What's it called? Yeah, they was creeping up on me, man. They was creeping up on me. So last stream we did the live mock draft. Again, thank y'all so much for supporting and being there. We've got a few options right now. Drop some comments in the live chat if there's a certain type of stream that you want to watch. But we can do either all draft prospect, right? Like straight, just we're just gonna. No anything else except talking about draft prospects, right? Boom, he goes here, he goes there. All draft prospect draft. Oh my goodness, prospect stream, right? So we just straight talk about draft prospects. Do y'all want a what's it called? How about this? Because I kind of want to get into that game bag, right? So game/voting. Like, I don't know if y'all know what a woofoo foofoo is. I don't know how to put that. But game/voting with chat stream, right? Or a straight just reactions, right? So we just watching throwback reactions, right? That's what we'll say. Oh, sorry. I keep turning it on. My fault. And then just throwback reactions. Boom. Okay, cool. All right. So I want y'all to vote there. That's going to be the next stream. I want y'all to decide what the next stream is going to be. Again, thank you to everybody. What's going on? Fadama? F-Dama. God, these names, it's not y'all's fault. It's YouTube's fault. Fadama, what's going on? I hope I'm not saying your name crazy. I hope I'm not saying your name crazy. Into a place, how you living? Almost had me. It's out about Tanya. Okay. And by the way, with the game and voting, I want to make sure y'all know, it's going to be like, do y'all know what a woofoo? Let me just show y'all. Let me just show y'all what a woofoo is. Instead of saying y'all know what a woofoo is. So it's basically golly, man. You're basically doing like a vote, right? And we've done these before, but we would do like a full, a bunch of them. Oh yeah. Okay, cool. So, like this, sorry, it's a lot of craziness on here too. So if I go play now, boom, right? So I don't know if y'all familiar with these, but Amari Cooper or CeeDee Lamb, let's say I go Amari Cooper, and you just vote through them and you get to one player. So just so y'all know, for the games, that's what that's gonna be. That's what that'll be. So y'all voted up. Y'all let me know how y'all feeling. Hope everybody's doing all right. If you don't feel great, you look great. You look beautiful. You look amazing. Thank you for coming out and supporting. First topic. our guy Jason Lloyd. But don't worry, Akron Jackson, Zach Jackson is not backing down. He is continuing to put the fire on Shedeur and the people. Anybody else? You said it correctly. Okay, Fadima. All right, beautiful. Suffolk and Virginia. Oh wow. I don't know why it's coming up with these weird things, but Tings exposing the effery. Hey, Ian, what else I got to do, right? By the way, if y'all ever wondered, a little bit of seltzer water. I'm a big seltzer water guy. I'm becoming an unk. I think it's whenever you become a dad, you just got to get into your old head bag. You feel me? Yeah. You just got to get in your old head bag. Fake old head, though. And I don't even call anybody old. I just say they're less younger than me. Everybody's young in their own way. You know what I mean? Wait. Oh, no. Oh, God. Y'all know that terrible dude? Oh, golly. Oh, my God. That Joe NFL dude. Wait. I gotta cook this dude. We are going to talk about Zach Jackson, but there's a guy all up in my... Come on, don't get my comments while I'm streaming right now, man. Oh, my fault. Oh man, this is crazy. All right, so let's just start this video. It seems that Todd Monken in his comments about Shedeur Sanders, it really upset some people, but it has some people backtracking. It has some people. Look, Shedeur just shook up the entire Browns media, but let's start with somebody who's holding strong. Mr. Zach Jackson, we know he's told multiple lies about Shedeur in the East-West Shrine Bowl and different situations like that. Let's hear what he has to say.
This whole discussion about who's been in the building is completely overblown and absurd. There is no work going on in the building. Anybody that comes into the building is working completely on their own. So when Shedeur makes the choice to come up and visit Todd Monken, that's Shedeur's choice. And when Todd says, I'm not sure who's been in the building and who hasn't, it's because no one has to be there and because he's been so busy with other things that he might cross paths with guys. But he pretty much told us that he's talked to as many guys on the phone or hasn't even talked to guys on the phone and has texted them and said, I can't wait to meet you in April. Even when they come in next Tuesday, guys, if Shedeur and the quarterbacks want to throw for the first 2 weeks of the program, the coaches cannot be in there. So way too much is being made of this. Way too much. I do think that they want Shedeur Sanders to be the quarterback. I do think Shedeur Sanders is going to get every runway and opportunity to be the quarterback. But to act like that there's any leader or that he's the leader because he chose to be in Cleveland for all but 10 days of his offseason and come into the facility most mornings and come upstairs and say hello, that's just getting way ahead of things. And look, this is the environment that the Browns have created, right? Like Deshaun Watson is on the roster and it is completely embarrassing and a joke. And everybody is reading into everything. There's going to be a competition and it's going to start next week.
So Zach Jackson, of course, believes that everything's being overblown, right? I will agree with him that this is, in fact, the Browns' fault, and even the Browns' media's fault, more so for feeding into these situations so far. I think it's so nasty for Zach Jackson to blame the Browns, which do have fault, but not put any blame on the entire Browns media, who is taking this and eating it up. Some people are saying it's a big deal. Some people are saying it's a small deal. Clearly, Zach Jackson wants to downplay anything about Shedeur Sanders. Maybe there's a bias there. I don't know. When you lie about somebody multiple times, I have to start assuming that you're saying things that, just inherently don't benefit him in any way. Now, Mary Kay Cabot, look, the biggest flipper in the Browns media. She don't know what. One day, hey, I swear to God, one day Shedeur's QB1 for her. This morning she said Ty Simpson needs to be drafted at 6. She don't stand on nothing she says. What did she say about the comments of Shedeur coming in putting in work?
What was your take on the Dylan Gabriel's not here quote, and that Shedeur is here? And I don't know. I'm concerned that maybe that gets lost in translation. So, you were there. What do you think?
Well, I think it's a note. I don't think it's a headline. I don't think it's a big, huge thing. I did write a story basically outlining the contact that Todd Monken has had with each of these guys so far, because I do think it informs something about where their minds are at and what the players are thinking. I think that it's not customary for a player to be coming in the offseason unless you are coming off of an injury and you need to be here for treatment and rehab and those kinds of things. It's really not something that they do as a matter of course until the off-season program gets underway on Tuesday. So there's nothing wrong with Dylan not being here, but I do think that there was a bit of contrast between, Monken not meeting Dylan Gabriel yet and Shedeur spending a bunch of time this offseason in Cleveland, getting to know Todd, buying him a horse's head for his birthday. And Jimmy pointed out, and I thought this was significant, Jimmy pointed out that that Shedeur got an education in what it takes to be an NFL quarterback last year, and that's part of the reason why he's sticking around this offseason. I think he's studying. I think he's putting in the time. And he said, he's working out. His body looks better. And so I do think, as Todd mentioned also at the breakfast, that it's good to know where you're at and where you need to go and what you need to do about that.
Hey man, Mary Kay does her best to downplay it. But hey, there you go. Even at the end, she had to agree that XYZ LMLP. Look, man, I guess the owner of the Browns might be impressed by what Shedeur's doing. Look, I'm not here. I'm not the one. I want to be very clear when I say this. I'm not the one trying to hold Dylan Gabriel to some standard, right? I think that every quarterback in this quarterback room had a terrible time, right? I think we can all agree with that. So Dylan Gabriel wants to be with his family in Hawaii. By the way, he does a lot of charitable things in Hawaii. He's also doing, I believe, is real for real. Shout out to Dylan Gabriel. I know people get mad at him because of the comments or this or that or XYZ, but as a human, as someone that's really hoping the best. And look, I believe in positive karma. I believe in the man upstairs and stuff like that. So to be positive, I love highlighting the fact that Dylan Gabriel gives back. He's actually doing, I believe, a charity a football camp in Hawaii. I got to pull up the specific. We talked about it in the video. So like real deal. Like Dylan Gabriel is probably out there doing something positive. I don't ever want that to be a negative for Dylan Gabriel. The thing is, Todd Monken said that. I want to remember, Todd Monken specifically said that. He didn't have to say that because remember, Jimmy Haslam said nothing about Dylan Gabriel. Jimmy Haslam didn't say anything about Dylan Gabriel not being there, right? Todd Monken went out of his way to say, hey, no. Also, I don't know where Dylan Gabriel is, which is crazy. So be mad at him. Don't be mad at us for making that observation. What I'm more upset is that you can still say, hey, Dylan Gabriel not being here is not a big deal, and still say Shedeur Sanders being here is a big deal. Even Jason Lloyd agrees.
Yeah. Once this thing starts rolling again, then you're committed. So take your personal time and do what you want with it. But the fact that he's choosing his personal time to still be here says a lot.
It's a level of commitment that Shedeur is showing that some people have claimed he hasn't in the past. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. But there's been, there's always stuff out there about him. Yeah. And some people have said, well, what's his commitment level?
No. I just have to say, Jason, it's so crazy. Jason Lloyd, you're the one that has been saying it. So what do you? Oh yeah, up for it. You're the one. But let him finish.
Well, you can't say anything right now.
He's choosing to spend his offseason. In Cleveland, in Berea.
Yeah.
Right.
When he doesn't have to.
Yep.
And I do think that actually does. Speak to. I don't even want to say work ethic because I'm sure they're all working out on their own. I'm sure Dylan's working out somewhere, even if we don't see the videos of it. But with a new coach, getting that face-to-face connection, even if you can't work out with them, just knowing, hey, when I'm doing my thing, coach is over there, he knows I'm here. I do think it builds a little bit of rapport.
Right.
I never thought the Bull and Jason Lloyd, and I'm actually not familiar with this gentleman. I just haven't seen him on the Ultimate Cleveland show. I'm sure you do. It looks like, he got Guardian shirt on, so maybe he's more of a baseball guy, so that's probably why I haven't seen him. But, this seems pretty reasonable. Look, we don't have to sit here and say, Shedeur Sanders is the greatest quarterback to ever breathe or anything XYZ. That's not what we're saying. But what I am saying is for a quarterback, not even a month ago, guys, the same man said these comments, right? Let's hear it.
If you just do that, why couldn't you do that and just play Shedeur then?
Here's
because
the thing.
If the 27 was
here's the thing. This is the spot that I'm in, I think, with Shedeur, is I've talked to enough people and heard so much about him that's not very good. So what am I supposed to do with that? Am I supposed to play dumb and just come in here and be like, yeah, play the kid. Let's give it a shot. When you hear over and over and over again, doesn't really watch a ton of film. Had to kind of be shown how to watch film. Doesn't know when he's hot. Doesn't know what he's looking at in coverages. Am I supposed to ignore all that?
No.
So that's what leads me to some of the decisions that I've come to. And then when you look at the data, it is what it is. And he didn't play well. So people want me to just ignore all of that because, well, it's Shedeur and it's a 5th-round pick. And, hey, if they hit on a 5th-round pick, it erases Deshaun. All of that is true. But when you're told things over and over and over by different people, it's not one person, it's different people all saying this. You just expect me to just ignore that?
So there's two things. First off, y'all know me. I'm famous for making my Tyler Show video. I was wrong about Tyler Show. Is it Shuck? Is it? I just say Show. But I made a video talking about how I was wrong about him. I thought he wasn't gonna make it. Hey, I'm okay standing on that. When you're wrong, you're wrong. And when somebody makes a good point, now this could be a broken clock. I'm not saying we completely trust Jason Lloyd. Jason Acho, my live chat says. And Big J says this gentleman here is actually the engineer of what's it called? Ultimate Cleveland Show. So I appreciate you shouting that out. So I want to be fair and say that was nasty what he reported. And the nastier part about that is that it was something that was regurgitated that he reported months ago, right? That was probably one of my bigger issues is that there was no acknowledgement of growth there. You can say that you heard those things, but if you heard those things, how, Jason Lloyd, at the time of you reporting that less than a month ago, how had you not heard that Shedeur Sanders was in the building at that time? So before I give you credit, I do need you to answer that question. You'll probably block me on Twitter anyway, just like Zach Jackson did. I know. I started making too much sense. They start blocking you on Twitter. But I do need that question. Before I give you all the credit and say, hey, you're finally back on the shit. No. Explain to me why less than a month ago you were reporting that all you heard is negative. Now, it would be different if we heard nothing from Shedeur. Remember, look. This football stuff, it's politics. They could have said, oh yeah, Shedeur's doing what he needs to do, X, Y, Z, and they could have kept it moving. Again, specific, what are they saying about you? There's certain things that cannot be lied about. We can sit here and say Shedeur Sanders isn't a good quarterback. If Jason Lloyd sat there on that chair and said, hey, I'm just an analytics guy, the EPA, I don't like it, I don't like the average, hey, Jason Lloyd, I wouldn't be making a video about it. What video is there to be made about? And by the way, Asante, I looked back at Tyler Show's his stats, like his throwing stats. Dog, that boy 3 biscuits away from having more interceptions than touchdowns. By the way, I do want to point that out. I know everybody loves Tyler Shuck. He runs and he's cool, and everybody was making fun of him. So the redemption story. I do want you to say he didn't have no perfect touchdown interception ratio neither. So I just want to point that out. But I like him. I think he's gonna be a good football player. I was wrong. I thought he was gonna be a complete bust. XYZ. But that's not the point. So I need the answer to how you could say that less than a month ago, but somehow you want me to believe you have sources, but immediately 2 people say the same exact thing. Shedeur's been here working out. Shedeur's putting in the work. How can there be anything more opposite of what you're saying? That was my entire point, Jason Lloyd. And I hope, you saying these things maybe makes you realize that, maybe the Shedeur cult, maybe they're not a cult. Maybe in the world in 2026, I forgot what year it is, maybe you can have a different opinion. Maybe in the world where Jalen Hurts is being lied on, all these NFL players constantly get lied on with anonymous sources, maybe we think, hey, nothing is adding up to him not working hard. Now, if you don't like the stats, if you don't like that, cool. There's nothing to be said because, hey, that is what it is. I've got an argument for it, but you know what it's not? It's not attacking his character. If you said, hey, man, I don't like the way that he's attacking the intermediate part of the field, I just feel like Shedeur can really rip it in more situations, man. I need, Shedeur at the line. If you had this knowledge, right? It's hard for me to think that everyone has this knowledge on the offensive side of the ball. Again, NFL players say reporters don't know what's going on out there. That's not me, right? So if you know that he's making those checks to the line to know XYZ, hey, Shedeur, I really want to get you. I want to see him get through those reads. If those were the criticisms, we're having a different conversation right now. There is no conversation. We can engage and have a football conversation. There is no let's prove it wrong. But now that you put those things out, and now that you're corroborating that, oh yeah, this is a good thing, it starts to make me scratch my head and wonder, well, Jason Lloyd, did you have sources at that time? At April 2nd, when you were saying those things about Shedeur? Was there not and by the way, I've heard those things about him, and then all of a sudden when the new regime happened, now he's working out. Now he's putting the hard work in. Now Mary Kay is reporting that actually he's trying his hardest to learn and really putting the real work in. How did y'all not have reports on that? I'm so confused as to, in the world of everything being reported about Shedeur, Shedeur could fart somewhere, and I guarantee you Tony Grossi might have an opinion on it, right? Now, his opinions have been a little more fair than it once was. You know how Tony Grossi used to be, right? You're telling me nobody had the report? Nobody in Browns media got the report that Shedeur's been there the entire winter? The owner said the entire winter. I didn't say that. The CU aunties haven't been making up a bunch of fan fiction of, I bet Shedeur Sanders is back in there and he's working in it, like y'all try to act like. CU aunties been sitting back and saying, hey, he gonna put in the work. He gonna do what he need to do. We trust Shedeur. And every single time, it's not the CU aunties, it's not Tings, it's not Coach Prime, it's not even Shedeur Sanders. How did we find out Jerry Jeudy and Shedeur Sanders were working out earlier last month? Because the gym tweeted out a photo. How did we find out Shedeur Sanders has been in the Cleveland Browns facility learning, putting in work the entire winter? Because the owner said it. How did we know that Shedeur Sanders was one of the first people to shake Todd Monken's hand? Because the Browns official account reported. Why are we saying that Shedeur Sanders, maybe, just maybe, his character is that of hard work? Look, the stats and the facts, hey, the stats and stats, you know what I'm saying? But that's not what y'all were arguing. That's my point. Y'all arguing that this man ain't worth nothing and he can't work hard and he don't put the work in. He don't know how to work. And immediately when the regime changes, you want me to think that, oh, now I got it. Now I'm figuring it out. I just randomly figured out that I gotta put work in. Come on, dog. And then on top of that, if that was true, how are the people with inside sources not telling us this? Tell us the good and the bad, right? Hey, man, Shedeur coming up with an ugly ass McLaren, but that boy put in work. But hey, Shedeur got a noodle arm. Because you know how they got to put the hate on it, right? But he here, and Deshaun ain't here. I remember, and somebody in my live chat, I'm doing this live, by the way. In my live chat, they pointed out, I'm not sure if they're still in here, but made a comment that was like, dang it. Somebody made a comment. Let me scroll up. I gotta make sure. There was a comment that was sent. What's it called? Where is it? Oh, y'all being mean to Tyler Shug? Oh, man. But hey, man, that's y'all opinion. I can't. You feel me? But somebody said something. I'm about to find it in my live chat. I'm about to find something. Y'all, you said it. You said something. The cognitive dissonance. Some people. Jason is some people. Hey, exactly. And I give the same energy to Dylan that they gave Shedeur Sanders, since Dylan is a third string backup. Now, there's no, I don't think there's anything positive about being negative, especially towards people who aren't necessarily being negative. You know what I'm saying? At the coaches' meeting, they must have slapped Jason around. He's the engineer. No, wow, okay. Jason Acho was wrong about Shug, and that's okay. It's okay to be wrong about Shug. Truth, Shug is Jason. Jason ain't had nothing else to talk about. His money is running low. Tyler Show would not be a starter at the end of the year. That's possible. I finally caught a lie. What's going on, Just a Girl, by the way? After going back and forth, Jason's sources have changed. Just a Girl. Jason, Cincinnati Media, Browns aren't journalists. They say stay. Dang it, there was a comment. I completely forgot. You made such a good point in your comment, and I'm looking for it. What's it called? Could you just clapping? Oh, wow. Okay, y'all be going crazy in these comments. These people just be talking because no sources. Mary Kay, Kay's and feeding Mary Kay has no idea what to say. Oh, there's nothing wrong with Dylan. Big problem with Shedeur Sanders practicing. Oh, okay. Thank you. I found it. Okay. So in the live chat, Smoke HL did make a great point, and he said there's nothing wrong with Dylan not being there, but a big problem when Shedeur Sanders was practicing elsewhere. I do want to end this by saying we have to remember the way that things were framed for Shedeur. We have to remember Emmanuel Acho, of all people, going out on a limb and saying, oh, it's weird that Shedeur is not working out in the building in XYZ. I ain't seen a video about that since. I ain't seen nobody corroborate that since, right? So, give Jason Lloyd, I guess, his respect for acknowledging, hey, that's a positive thing. Nobody is saying that Shedeur Sanders has won the starting quarterback. Y'all have been saying, right? Remember this. And this is my thing. Everybody wants to, and I already made a video, I released it. Everybody wants to get mad at the Shedeur. Like, now y'all are fighting an invisible war at this point. Because I be on Twitter. I be seeing what's going on. There's not a bunch of people attacking y'all, dog. It's y'all saying crazy stuff, and the people are like, yo, that's a lie. That's y'all are lying. Y'all are making things up, and y'all don't like the facts of it. But I appreciate Jason coming around on it. At the end of the day, y'all said that this man wasn't working hard. Y'all said he wasn't doing what he needs to do. Y'all said that he wasn't quarterback worthy or know what the work it takes, and now he's putting it in. Gotta appreciate the consistency. You know what I mean? Gotta do it. If you're here on the live, go ahead and make sure you subscribe. Didn't mean to rhyme accidentally. We're about to get right into coaches, and that being Coach Monken's word. Coach Monken yapped it up. Coach Monken went crazy on the Browns media. He was getting greasy on these boys. But I'm gonna read the chat for a second. Also check out the vote as well. 57 votes. Next stream theme. It looks like everybody wants all draft prospects. Okay, all draft prospects. The Cleveland media be completely making stuff up. That is true. Jason Lloyd's sources is an empty Jack Daniels. But wow. Dylan gets no clicks, so they don't care. You know what's crazy? I make Dylan Gabriel videos. Y'all watch them. Y'all, and I know who y'all be watching. When John the Liquidator makes Dylan Gabriel videos, I know y'all be watching him too. So let's everybody be everybody. You feel me? Let's let everybody be everybody, right? But what I don't want to do, and I really want to make this apparent. I think I said this in another video. I just don't want to be like the reason we were against, not even against, but we were calling out Dylan Gabriel for being bad because of the Browns media. I'm trying to stick it to the Browns media. I'm not trying to stick it to Dylan Gabriel. You feel what I'm saying? Like, they hyped Dylan Gabriel up. Dylan Gabriel didn't hype himself up. He didn't draft himself as a top 100 pick. He didn't, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not going, if I ever came at Dylan Gabriel, it's an indictment on what the Cleveland media did. It has nothing to do with him. So I hope that y'all see that perspective as well. And I know the comment, the entertainers, blah, blah, blah. What's it called? And also, because it's not just that one, there's also the comment of his fiance, and you have to assume that, she was probably telling him stuff or pillow talking, something like that. So there have been multiple occasions where Dylan Gabriel seemingly let out a little bit of emotion. But again, at the end of the day, right? Just be positive as we can. Hey, Big J, CFB Yappers, welcome to it. Thank you for becoming a member. Ask the members what they got this last weekend. They got 2 or 3. How many videos I gave y'all members? They got 2 or 3 exclusive videos. The stuff I can't put on YouTube, some real deal film breakdowns. We talked about Chris Brazzell. We talked about we got into some Carnell tape bag as well. We did some fun stuff. I was very happy about it. Remember, I'm no expert football guy, but it's more of just cool to be able to watch the actual full video without me having to stop so much, right? So if y'all want to be on that, follow there. There's gonna be more content. There's gonna be member only streams. So appreciate you, Big J, for becoming a member. More to come. There will be more to come. Also, him saying if you wait on perfect timing, you'll be waiting forever. I think that one might have been a Floridian slip. I said the girl. I said the fiance. I said the fiance stuff. But my point is, now here's my thing, and I always say this in all my videos. You can have your own opinion, right? Because I've said certain things about. Okay, I'm not as harsh on Kevin Stefanski as I know a lot of my audience is. But here's my thing. I don't want y'all to not. I'm not trying to sway y'all opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's important that you keep your opinion, right? If you feel that way, you feel that way for a certain reason, right? I'm going to show you my observations to the best of my ability. You know what I mean? So in that same way, I would love if you looked at it that way. But at the end of the day, you're going to look at it the way you want to look at it. If you got a problem with Dylan Gabriel, that some of y'all, that's literally your nephew. Like, it's a different level. You know what I mean? So I think some people don't understand that. But hey, Dylan Gabriel's got aunties as well. Aunts and uncle. I don't know what they call in Hawaii or whatnot. But shout out to Dylan Gabriel, man. Again, like I said, he does give back to his local community. There have been some awful tragedies in Hawaii as well. So Dylan Gabriel, the human man person, I'm sure 10 years after this, no matter where they are, I'm sure they're gonna be better off. But yeah, appreciate you. But again, if you become a member, like I said. More content coming. Y'all let me know. Whoa! $9.99. Thank you. The diaper fund. Y'all know where that's going. But let's really read this comment. This is a long comment. What can be true is that DG may process faster, but we all learn differently. Sanders may need to see it and also do it. I can't just read something and it sticks. I need to see it and do it to get it. See, and that's a beautiful thing, right? That I think so many people got called crazy for just having that thought process of like, hey man, maybe this guy who, again, y'all like to point out that he's never been a backup his whole life, XYZ. Well, maybe you need to kind of tend to that, right? Nobody can deny that Shedeur Sanders didn't get the full quality of development like a quarterback should, right? Now, I hate picking on J.J. McCarthy because it's low-hanging fruit. But J.J. McCarthy did, right? We have to remember that there are certain quarterbacks in certain situations who get the full, like, all the resources are going to develop you because you're a first-round pick. I have to do that. That was not the case for Shedeur, right? So it's so funny when people do talk about statistics. We can sit there and talk about the offensive line. We can talk about the dwindling running game. We can talk about the dwindling running defense, which also forced one of the best units, in the league in the defense to get off the field earlier. We could talk about all those other statistics that apparently people don't want to talk about when we talk about Shedeur. But at the end of the day, right, the stats might not have been great, but that tells me the team's not preparing them right. That tells me, like, back when Jason Lloyd made those comments, right, my ultimate conclusion was, even Jason Lloyd, if you want me to believe what you're saying, and he doesn't know how to watch film, while also being in the film room with Kevin Stefanski almost every single day, as reported by Kevin Stefanski, the media, and his teammates, then I have to sit there and say, maybe Kevin Stefanski don't know how to coach, and he don't know how to develop, right? At some point, you are a product of coaching, right? Football is a team sport, and it's not just a team as all 11. It's all the coaches putting in what they need to as well, right? So it's hard for me. It's hard for me for people to acknowledge that, hey, as a fifth-round pick, Shedeur is not going to get all the resources X, Y, Z, and then y'all are surprised when he might struggle in some instances. He's on a bad offensive line with a bad offense, bad wide receivers, and he didn't get the most development, didn't get the most attention, didn't get what a typical first-round is, and then y'all are expecting him to be, oh, well, you better shit gold. Like, what? Like I don't get that. If we can all acknowledge that the same amount of resources isn't given to him, then you might want to give him some more time. You might want to give him some different ways to learn. You feel what I mean? But appreciate that 999, by the way. You love a good comment is a comment that can make me go on a tangent. Thank you, Sweet Tea, by the way. I know I already hit the siren, but thank you for contributing to the diaper fund. So you're not swaying our opinion, tings. The tape and numbers speak for themselves. Beautiful thing, Trizzy. What's it called? Bucknut says Mary Kay telling Kent Carmen that she wants Simpson at 6 just typifies Browns media. Yeah, that was I just like my thing with Mary Kay is like I was gonna do a video. I'm not even gonna do a video about this. Like, cause I'm just like, what? Like, what? Like, you just said Shedeur can do it, and then you were like, and then Deshaun, and then it's like, what? Like, can you just dog? Just say the same thing for a week, Mary Kay, please. What's it called? Dylan and Shedeur are probably cool. And you know what? Shout out to Coach CJ. Dylan and Shedeur have never shown any outward like negativity. And in fact, when we were doing our watch-alongs, you would see them on the sidelines dapping each other up and like really talking about play. Like you would see Shedeur and like Dylan is breaking it down like and like they're helping each other out. Like that's the other one too. Like so I'm not going whatever. And on top of that, Coach Prime shouted out Dylan. See, this is my problem. This is my problem when people try to paint Deion Sanders and Shedeur Sanders as these crazy, like maniacs that hate all these people. I forgot what press conference it was. Deion Sanders specifically shouted out Dylan Gabriel, spoke and praised about his ability and the type of character and player that he is. But they won't say that. The Browns media, that is, they just gonna cry and talk about, this Shedeur call. What's going on, Dr. Maggie? Sorry, you caught me in the middle of a rant. But, you know what I mean? We rant from time to time. You feel me? But thanks, Coach CJ. Mary Kay should get all her credentials stripped because she doesn't know nothing about football. Hey, and I know y'all don't like when I say this, right? But Mary Kay Cabot is a Hall of Fame writer, technically. Oh my God, I just looked at my my vertical live stream. I was out of the center. The 2 jerseys are officially on sale. We'll take a peek at those. In reality, is one of the to be upset with versus Dylan, who used the kid and push those narratives. Yeah, you gotta look at it as in totality. As a Browns fan, there isn't one player on offense that Kevin directly developed. All our good offensive players were free agent signings or traded for. You know, that's another crazy thing. It's so funny. And Intel Plays also said if KS didn't just outright lie about the open competition, 99% of the offseason media weirdness wouldn't have happened. Y'all gonna get me ranting, dog. You know what? I breeze past this. That is something I don't put enough attention to. Thank you, Intel Plays. That is such a good point. I cannot believe I don't stress that enough. The idea was that it was an open competition. So back to Emmett Goldie. I know the video's already out in the Jerry Jeudy thing, but that was nasty. They made a video talk about, hey, Shedeur fans, if Shedeur doesn't start, who you gonna blame now? Who you gonna call out now? And I'm sitting there like, wait, what? Wait. Did y'all forget what happened? It was supposed to be an open competition in which Shedeur got no first-team reps. Dylan Gabriel got first-team reps the first day of training camp. I know, because I covered every day of training camp. I have documented videos of the media coverage, the rep counter. Like, you can't lie, of Kevin Stefanski speaking about the open competition, of Jimmy Haslam at the beginning of the year saying, hey, Kevin Stefanski, or in general to the media, hey, both of our young quarterbacks need to see playing time, right? And then the leaks came out. And you know what the leaks exposed? The leaks exposed, and I forgot who leaked it. I got to go back in because, again, it was months ago. The leaks exposed that Shedeur Sanders was never supposed to play according to Kevin Stefanski. Interesting, we don't talk about that. But in a leaked report, he told the rest of the coaching staff that Shedeur Sanders is supposed to be a red shirt player. Nobody talks about that. Y'all are mad that people were told one thing and didn't get it. So for me, it's a boo-hoo thing to me. Don't be mad that Shedeur fans are upset or XYZ LMNOP. They're upset because they were lied to. Oh, but people are so mad at Kevin Stefanski because on the outward, you said one thing and then we find out you did something else. Should we be happy about that? And I'm not, I'm nice to Kevin Stefanski. Comparative, I see my audience. I'm nice to Kevin Stefanski. So to try to frame it as like, oh my God, the Shedeur fan, they just for no reason. No. If y'all would have said, hey, Shedeur Sanders, and I've been saying this shit. If y'all would have came out and said, hey, Shedeur Sanders is a great talent. He's got a bright future in this league. We're going to develop him. Offensive line, still putting the pieces together. We don't want to put a young player like that out in that situation. I think we can develop him, and then he's going to be the future of the Cleveland Browns. You could have said that. That's not what y'all said. So please. 4 quarterbacks is an open. Thank you. And then Kenny Pickett didn't even. Never mind. We're not gonna get into it. Kenny Pickett, guys. Kenny Pickett. Does everybody forget Kenny Pickett? Before Shedeur was thrown on the opposite field, such a waste of. I just. Yeah. Why not Intel play? Why are y'all mad that y'all got lied to, man? Y'all don't want to accept these lies. Y'all don't want to. We got Tyler Huntley and Kenny Pickett in this quarterback competition with Joe Flacco. Y'all don't want to, and Dylan Gabriel and man, come on, dog. Y'all are. It's crazy. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Oh, they get on Albert Breer. Oh man, don't get on Albert Breer, man. I heard Albert Breer is a good guy. Thought he was a good guy. But yeah, let's check this out. Let's do this reaction. All right, so new head coach, new Browns head coach, Todd Monken is already tired of the media. He's already snapping back at them. Let's hear what he had to say when asked about Shedeur Sanders' gift. Right?
Shedeur's horse head. Have you named it?
I have not. I have not named it yet.
Okay. But it's
should I?
I don't know. Has he seen Godfather? Like, a horse head's not.
I know, but it's not a bloodied real head.
I understood, and it wasn't
it's
in
a
your
gift.
bed.
It wasn't a threat.
Right, I understand that. I wasn't suggesting. It was just I haven't heard of anyone giving anyone a horse head before.
So, shout out Todd Monken. I think Todd Monken is quickly exposing something, a point that everybody on the outside is saying, like, hey, the Browns media is weird. Like, y'all are doing weird stuff, and it's odd. And in 2 days of interviews from Todd Monken, he has gotten the vibe as, dog, what is wrong with y'all? Like, are you good? Like, do you know it's a statue, right? And this pissed me off so much. I get it, the joke. Oh, hey, it's the Godfather reference, but that's why. I made that comment. I was like, that's funny. But at the same time, like, I know where y'all are going to try to take this. I know that y'all are going to try to make this into too big of a joke, right? Y'all are going to try to make it where, oh, see, Shedeur and Dion, they trying to get on Todd Monken. They trying to, like, y'all are doing too much. In front of your face, I know it's a joke. I know it's ha, but you got to understand how many weird questions he's already had about this quarterback competition. They've asked him 57 different times. They've asked him 7 different questions about the horse head. Why do y'all care so much about a gift? It was a gift. It does, but this is what I be talking about. This is what I be talking about. Everybody wants to be so mad that Shedeur Sanders has people that might support them. This man, Todd Monken, has been asked about a porcelain horse statue more than he's been asked about an offensive system. We've watched all the interviews. I've read y'all the stuff. In the transcript, there's been like 3 questions concerning offensive scheme. It's been Deshaun Watson, and then 87,000 Shedeur Sanders questions. And 70% of the Shedeur Sanders questions are about horse heads. Godly! God, can y'all not see how that's not a problem? I'm not saying, and this dude is typically nice. I don't think this is Albert Breer, is it? I don't think that's the same guy. But y'all might not like him, but I like this guy. This dude is cool. He's the announcer for the Browns. Great announcers, really good. What's it called? How do you call it? He has really good emotion, so he's good at what he does, right? I'm not even mad at him specifically. What I'm upset at is the fact that you can see on Todd Monken, you can hear it in his voice, right? You can. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can hear it in his voice. You can see it in his eyes, dog. I don't want to talk about the porcelain horse head. Like, I thought we were here to talk about football, dog. And maybe in this interview, there's some more football questions. I haven't heard the rest of this interview. So maybe there are some football questions in here, right? But my goodness, yo, he's tired of it. And again, the comments not that big of a deal. I'm not saying the comments that big of a deal. What I'm saying is y'all drag everything about Shedeur. Everything he does, everything is an act against God when he does stuff, dog. It can't be that serious all the time. But let's hear a little bit more. Maybe there's some actual football questions and stuff.
They moved the picture up, so I guess that's the price of missing a meeting, where most everybody was in the meeting but me. So, but I did get a nice haircut out of it.
You walked out of there and then you run into somebody.
I was ready to go.
Yeah.
I was like, "Don't we have to go to the picture?" And they said, "No, we just took it 20 minutes ago." So, all right, so.
You're not the only one. Sean McVay missed it as well.
No, it worked out well that there were a couple of us.
Is there, joking aside, any mild disappointment? Like, this is the annual meeting. Like, the photo's kind of a big deal.
No, there's major disappointment. That's why I went and got a haircut, for God's sakes. I wouldn't have gotten the haircut if it wasn't that damn important, but I went and got the haircut and then missed it.
What were you going to wear? Do you have, like, the outfit picked out as well?
Well, I had the right outfit on. I had the outfit on and the haircut. But it is 2026. I ought to be able to somehow find a way to put me in that picture.
There was an AI thing.
We spent an hour and a half on AI. I mean, for God's sakes, how cool it is and how forward thinking it is. Why can't they just put my picture in there?
Well, good looking haircut aside, what has this experience been like? You're part of the fraternity. There is a fraternity element certainly to this event among the coaches, plus all the meetings and the rule changes and all that. How's the whole thing gone?
No, it's been great. No, it's pretty cool, pretty surreal. After all the years of working to get to this point, then, be a part of that fraternity's been awesome.
April 7, because you're one of the 10 new head coaches, you get to get your team in the building to start the off-season program early. Again, no football stuff yet, just getting your feet wet, introducing yourself to your team. What's that message going to be like?
No, it's exciting. It's everything you do is to be with the players and then eventually get on the grass with them. And our message is it starts April 7th. It's really that simple. There's nothing really else to say other than we start April 7th. And
There's no speech you've had prepared for this moment.
There'll be one prepared. I don't have it right now, but we'll be ready come April 7th.
How are you?
Dog. Okay. Yo, this is a little bit more heated than I thought. Like he is like, dog, what the fuck? You want a speech? Like he is such a he's a football dude. Like Monken is like, dog, what the fuck? Huh? You want a speech? What you talking about? Like what
has this pre-draft process been like for you?
It's been great. Once we got done putting the staff together, we're doing football in the mornings, and then the afternoons, guys are working on, and once free agency got over, we've been working on the draft, and once we get back Monday. Actually, as a staff, we'll be back Wednesday, but we'll get back with Andrew in the draft and his people come Monday.
Have you had those aha moments maybe where you're looking at a guy in the office and you go, you know what, I'm going to walk down the hall and I'm going to maybe not pound the table yet. It's still a month out, but have you had those moments you're like, you know what, this guy. Let's take a second look at
I think it goes both ways. I think when you watch a player, there's aha moments where you're like, I really like this player's skill set, how he fits us. And I think there's others that maybe not so much. I think it works both ways, but we only have one perspective of that process, which is watching game tape. Sure, we make some phone calls and talk to, coaches or college coaches, but ultimately it's up to Andrew and his staff to make the ultimate call.
I want to go a little bit deeper on that because you said that at the breakfast this morning. You said that game tape is probably your most important factor.
My live
here.
chat is
I've heard from coaches over the years that when you meet with the player, certainly it's important, right? Do I like this guy? Do I jive with this guy? Do I want this guy in my building? But that the tape really tells the story for you.
I think it's the tape and having people that you really trust that know the prospect the best.
And how does your somewhat recent college experience help you?
It helps. I think it's a piece of it. Just like all of your scouts that get out and about, just like when you're in college, if you go to high schools, recruiting players, I think it's important to build relationships so you get the right information. Because ultimately, whether it's a 20-minute meeting, a 30-minute meeting, an hour meeting, a day with a player, that's nothing compared to a coach or an individual that's been around a prospect for a year, for more than a year. What is that prospect like on an everyday basis? How are they wired? That, along with the tape, I think gives you the best chance to shrink the margin for error.
Philosophically, as a first-year head coach, do you need 6'24", 37 for that matter, to be immediate impact players? Are you willing to say, you know what, that guy might take a little bit of time, even at 6 or at 24, but I love his long-term potential. Let's do it.
I hope they all are. Hope every draft pick's immediate impact. It's more fun.
He's asking a quarterback conversation. By the way, that's a quarterback question.
In that way. There are some really good players in this draft that I am confident that all the way down to 39 that there's going to be an impact player.
And Todd Monken answers that by, no, we're not getting a quarterback. Oh, we're getting someone who's going to start. Because remember, where they picked 6 and 24, so all the way to 39. And I believe 6, 24, and 39, right? If I'm not mistaken, or 37. So, hey, there you go.
You have spoken repeatedly about how you would like this quarterback competition to look. But you also said that at Georgia, you had a situation once 4 or 5 quarterbacks. That just doesn't work. You said, I think that's not ideal. What does the ideal quarterback competition look for you, starting as early as April 7?
Well, first of all, I think we've got 3 outstanding quarterbacks that are going to be competing for our starting position. Like any position on our team, there's going to be competition. So I'm excited to get started with those guys. I don't think, as I said this morning, I don't think you can give equal reps to all in a given day.
Explain that.
Well, in a given day, I don't think in any position you can't go into a day and say everybody's going to get equal reps, because everybody's not equal in terms of where they are in terms of on our team. Now, every position's a little bit different. Certainly you have starters that have shown on tape their ability to play at a high level. Well, they're going to start with our ones. Mm-hmm. Then you're going to have some form of a depth chart the first day that you roll out there, right? They're able to go against each other. You're going to have to, okay, here's the ones. Okay, well, who is that? Well, there's some guesswork involved, and yet there's some of it that's proven already on film.
Can somebody win that job before the 3rd week of July?
Sure they can. Or they can at least put themselves in position to go into the fall as our starter. Doesn't matter what position.
To cement that come July.
Right.
Training camp.
Exactly. To at least take a step forward in terms of where we believe they're at that moment.
Ideally, would that be the best case scenario?
Of course.
Okay. Shedeur's horse head, have you named it?
I have not. I have not named it yet.
Okay. But it's
and we're right back to the what's it called? We're right back to the question. But we're gonna loop back. I did see some pretty good questions in my live chat because I am recording this live, reacting to this live. T Storm actually makes a really good question. She says, or he. I don't know if it's a he or she. I just see the flower. I see the T Storm. I'm not sure, but was a quarterback or Monroe Freeling question. Right now, you're right, T Storm, because Monroe Freeling does need development. However, I think the hype of Monroe Freeling, I think it's just gotten to the point that, especially where he's going to get picked. We're talking about the offensive tackle, by the way, out of Georgia. I think he's going to be a first-day starter. I think teams are going to draft him with the idea of being a first-team starter. So I think that's a really good point, Storm. I don't think people are going to treat him as a developmental player. I think they're going to try to put him in as a rookie left tackle, I hope to God not. I just don't, in the same way I don't like when quarterbacks get thrown to the wolves. I don't think that left tackle should be thrown to the wolves in the rookie season. I think you should play, Tristan Wirfs' method, go to the right side first, and then maybe you can learn, or maybe you just get some time and learn the position, and then you get put out there. Left tackle and quarterback are like probably left tackle, quarterback, and middle linebacker. Shout out Carson Swessinger. Like those are the only, unless you got a psychopath. Like those are the only positions I think you probably shouldn't, if you're a rookie, need to start right away. You should probably teach, develop, learn. You know what I'm saying? It seems like that's what they're going to do. The Raiders just paid Kirk Cousins. It looks like that's what they're going to do with Fernando Mendoza. Everybody's talking about development. Well, they're going to take a number 1 pick and actually give him time instead of having a Cam Ward or an Andrew Luck, which Cam Ward figured it out. But you put him in a bad situation with not the best resources and then wonder why he struggles and then gets better, right? He's going to get better. But there's a ways to avoid that by, really truly okay, thank you, T-Storm. Really truing proud auntie. Okay. See, and I thought they said the aunties didn't know about football. I thought they said Shedeur Sanders fans didn't know about football. And T-Storm's over here quoting me about Monroe Freeland, which I can't give up Jason Lloyd for that one. I cannot forgive him for that one. That's nasty. Proud auntie T-Storm. Appreciate you for the good comment. I like those draft comments that we're getting into as well. So, just wanted to stop that there. We've already heard about the porcelain horse. Let's get in situation. So I think we've got the gist of it. I really like Todd Monken. I like the way he handles the media. I think he is already as annoyed with the media in like a few months as a lot of people are. So I think that's refreshing. Makes people feel good. Makes people feel like we're heading in the right direction. But y'all let me know how y'all feel down below about this down below in the comment section. Like this video if you like it, dislike if you don't. We rocking with Todd Monken over here, man. I just, you know what I mean? You feel me? All right. What y'all want to do next? Y'all want to do Ruben Bane? Because I don't want to. Okay, I get it. I think y'all want to do the next poll or the next theme stream is all draft prospects. We're going to do a full stream. And we're just going to talk about draft prospects. We'll start, obviously, with the Browns. And then we can go to a few teams. We can talk about my Texans, right? But I need y'all right now. What do y'all want to do next? Do y'all want to do Ruben Bane, Puka Nacua, Ruben Bane. I'm spelling these names wrong. Puka Nacua or Wild Football Reaction. Y'all can decide what's next. Oh, what did you say on my? What did you say on my? What's it called? On my Deshaun Watson video. You said you were Auntie Slayer. What you mean by that?
Hey yo, what?
And by the way, I have seen the comments. I saw a few comments about my AO.
Hey yo, what?
And y'all want me to take out the WTF? I'll look into it. Oh, I forgot. Today I wanted to do a special segment where we add some more sounds to the soundboard. Remember last time we did like a donation, and that's the reason why
it get dangerous.
Who donated to get the? Somebody donated, and he's the reason why
it get dangerous.
It get dangerous is on the soundboard. So if y'all want to donate, automatic, you get whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? Within means, right? But I do want to add a few more flavors there, so I want to do that eventually. So we'll do that. But for right now, I'm gonna yap to y'all. Right, speak to my commenters for just a second. It's always good to do that, right? It's always good to speak to the people, man. Gotta speak to the people, man. Oh wow, I really have a lot of videos in here. That's kind of crazy. But y'all voted up. What's going next? What we doing next? That boy is tired of the Browns media already. That's crazy. Dog, it's tomorrow Friday, dog. What happened to these weeks, man? These things be melting away. See, I'm an adult. This be catching up with me, dog. Golly. Okay. Hold up. Wait, what? That's too shit. All right. Dang, we got a problem. Sorry, I was looking at something. I'm cutting it close, man. I'm cutting it close. I pray for anybody that's doing taxes, man. I'm cutting it close. I still need to do my taxes. But don't tell the people I said that, man. Don't tell the people I said that, man. They're gonna come get me, man. All right, what we doing next? Y'all already vote? Okay. The hell? Oh, okay. What the hell? Oh, okay. I was confused. I'm sorry. I thought I broke something. All right, boom. So I was like, boom. Puka has CTE, sadly. Hit that like button. Thank you, Storm. What's it called? Speaking to the guys for a little bit. Remember, DG has a fully guaranteed contract. Was the interviewer also in the Lord of the Rings? Y'all being mean to that guy, man. I wonder why pundits hype up Freeling, but don't mention Lamu whatsoever. That's my thing. Lamu and Fatnow are more like tackle and not only tackly sound, but they're more technically sound. And to answer you, Dr. Maggie, I think oh well, there you go. They literally have identical athletic profiles. Plus, Lamu started 2 years versus Freeling 1 year. I think it's more of a potential thing. I think they just see it and they can see a world where they can build out a player like that. But you make a really good point. What's it called? That's a really good point there. One ring. Rings of power. Oh, God. Proud Auntie. Fano's so good at moving laterally. He can play any position on the offensive line. And then, obviously, the question with, I think more so Mawanoa, right? Because he played some guard. But I believe him and Fanu. Lamu is the real true tackle. Fanu, if I remember correctly, is the guy who can also play on the inside. Those guys are like dogs. Like, I feel like that's where the hype should be. You feel me? Puka has CTE. Sadly, yikes. The text is true. Shout out to you rocking Texas and rocking too. Drinking is the main problem. It could also be more substance. Yeah, it's a lot of substance. Yeah, Puka got a drinking problem. Oh, damn. He could be on them alcohol. Oh, yeah. He really be doing it. I don't know how true it is, but someone in chat earlier said DG removed Dog Pound from his Twitter bio. Y'all want me to check that out? Do y'all want me to check that out while y'all vote? Because it seems like the voting is kind of y'all kind of oh my God, it's all even. Yeah. Y'all keep voting. I can go check his Instagram or his Twitter if y'all want me to. I gotta do something for my lovely lady really quick. Check something for my lovely lottie. He's I don't know if you're watching this, babe. I'm talking to. Sometimes she watches my stream. He's asleep. I'm also gonna text you. That was for her. He's still asleep. Sleeping. Such an adorable little buddy. Gosh. So cute. So cute. If only he allowed us to sleep. Anyway, that's not the point. Yeah. Aha! She is watching. My lovely lady. My lovely lady. Alright. What's winning right now is Puka Nacua. So let's check in on Puka, man. Let's check in on Puka. Fanu and Lamu, my top 3. Yeah, they are dogs. They are real problems. Oh shit. Oh, she's anyway. She asked me to check nothing. Never mind. All right, let me make sure I have everything together. TJ Hoojmanzad. TJ Hoosh. Oh, it's not gonna do that. Boom. I wanted the wait. There's one thing I meant. I want the Puka Nacua at the MMA. That shit was funny as fuck. That shit was so funny. Him at the MMA thing was so funny. Let me see if I can find this. I gotta do one more thing. Puka Nacua, UFC. He was like behind somebody at UFC and he was tweaking, dog. He was tweaked out. Oh, okay. Yeah. He was having a good time. He was having such a good time. Can I? I'm not sure if I can do this with. Okay, cool. Yeah. This dude was having. Yeah, that dude was having that dog right there was having too much fun, man. Having a little too much fun, dog. Biting women and stuff. Do I got the bite? Yo, give me the. Why don't I got the bite? Give me the bite. I need the bite, dog. This is some nasty stuff. I had to grab a few more things. Something went off. Anyway, okay, so it looks like Puka Nacua is winning. We got the bite. We got the picture. Cool. So y'all watch me put my stuff together live and in person. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Talk about an actual menace to society. Hey, Tings, the guy with the Guardian shirt on is Mike Lucas, a.k.a. Mikey McNuggets, the engineer. Okay, I got to give my respect to my guy, Mikey Lucas. Seems like a sharp guy. I thought he was just more of a baseball guy, but I guess he's the engineer. Please respect. By the way, I know I don't talk about my job often, but it involves helping. That's what I'll say. I don't know how to say it. There's some production elements in that. What I'll say. Always respect your production people, your editors, your lights, your film. Always. Big respect to them. So shout out to my guy Mikey McNuggets if he's the engineer. Look, a lot of opinions on that Ultimate Cleveland show, but to be fair, they've allowed G. Bush to do his thing. They've allowed for a lot of open conversations. You have to be in the world of Cleveland Browns media. I think they do a decent job, and that has a lot to do with our guy Mikey McNuggets. So shout out to him. Proctor for left tackle. Oh, leaning towards Proctor for left tackle. It was absolutely against him because of his weight issue, but I think the vets they have now will keep him accountable. Yeah, he's had some weight management issues, but he's also, some people consider him not as specifically, technically sound, specifically when it comes to like the pass game, right? His pass sets haven't been as enjoyed. You know what I'm saying? They seem to have a lack. But, NFL teams, you got to develop players. But I think the conversation more for me is about if you want to take Caden Proctor at number 6, you know what I'm saying? I don't think he has the same level of upside. You're not drafting him for the same reason you're drafting Monroe Freeling, I guess is what I'm saying. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I keep saying I know what I'm saying. I also like Fanu and Lamu. I'm going to talk. I already said that. You doing prospects. Yes, I am going to do prospects. Y'all voted that next stream I'm going to do straight draft prospects. Today we are going to do Ruben Bane. It looks like Ruben Bane we're going to do after the reaction. So we're going to do Puka Nacua based on the votes. Unless y'all want to vote. If anybody else has any more votes, 27 votes so far, Puka Nacua is winning. And we're going to listen to a little bit of TJ Houshmandzadeh. Right, we're gonna skip over the.
I knew this last week. Yeah, communicate just now. I was happy.
Okay, I wanted to make sure there was no Emmanuel Acho. I had to make sure no Emmanuel Acho. We do have some TJ Houshmandzadeh, so he's gonna speak a little bit about that. We're gonna speak on this situation, talk about kind of everything leading up to the bite, and get broken down in Puka Nacua. Any more votes? Caden issue is going left and right laterally quickly. Caden's Proctor's issue. Yeah. It's going left and right quickly. Yeah, okay. But he's pretty giant. And he can play wide receiver. That's the best thing. Puka Nacua definitely doesn't sound like a poop in a cooler. Oh, wow. But I'm saying all that. I haven't gone deep on Caden. Well, I've watched a lot more Caden Proctor film than I would say. I'll watch more Caden Proctor and Monroe Freeland because I'm a Texas fan. I watch SEC football, so. But definitely more than I have of Lamu and Fanu. Anything I've seen of Lamu and Fanu is just like cut ups, and it's just like, oh wow, they're just statues. They're just technically dogs. And then Mawanoa has been on one of the best offensive line units in the last 3 years of college football. But that Miami, you could just pick a Miami offensive lineman from the Cam Ward to Carson Beck years. You could just pick one. Like they gonna be alright. They gonna be good. 27 votes. Y'all voted. Let's do it. Let's talk about Puka Nacua, man. Let's do. Oh, I thought I stopped streaming. I did not stop streaming. Okay, cool. So, wild update. Oh wow, I didn't even start recording. Wild update in the NFL as Puka Nacua has checked into rehab. His attorney, McCarthy, told the California Post. Now, I do want to stress this. This isn't and shouldn't be laughed at, glorified, or looked at as, on its face a bad thing. I think, honestly, you need to be rewarded and applauded for understanding your limits and understanding when maybe you have lost a bit of self-control, take a bit of accountability, and get the necessary resources. I think we talk so many times about players getting the necessary resources, people getting the necessary resources. So Puka Nacua has done that. But, boy, it seems like Puka Nacua definitely needed to be in rehab because the stories that we were hearing were absurd. Now, if I take you all the way back, all the way back to our guy or our moment that really, I think, re-sparked this thing. Because if I take you all the way back, we're going to get there. But there were reports of somebody taking a bite out of a woman, right? And as you can see very clearly and plainly, that bite marks have been taken out. Now, I do want to point out that from what I've understood, the original suit of, apparently he was saying some, derogatory comments about a certain group. You know what I mean? And then on top of that, he bit a lady, right? Now, I think she has rescinded the charges specifically, but somebody took a chunk out this lady. Like, that's undoubted. You know what I mean? And I've seen Puka Nacua smile. I don't know if y'all can see, and I don't mean to be an asshole, but you see all of this. Come on, dog. You seen Puka Nacua's mouth. That's him, right? So two things can be true. Puka Nacua, I believe, hey, I don't think he needs to go to jail. But you're wilding. You're taking the bite. I know sometimes we look at our lovely ladies and say, hey, girl, you scrumdiddlyumptious. I want to take a bite out of you. Dog, you can't do that. You can't do that. And again, while the other stuff is not a joking matter, again, this is something that has been, again, the case has been dropped. She says it's all good. XYZ. So what does need to be applied is that he's just been having a little too much fun. He's been doing a little too much. So let's hear from a source close to Puka about TJ Houshmandzadeh speaking about Puka and him checking into rehab, and hopefully it's some positive updates as well.
I knew this last week.
Yep.
Called me, he told me.
Puka called you.
Yeah, and I told him that's good. You need something, let me know. We communicate, and so when he told me this, I was like, good. It's about time. Just make sure when you're in there, you're making the most of it. Don't just be in there to be in there. Make sure you're a better Puka when you come out. Puka he's not a good person. He a great person, man. All he want to do is laugh, smile, and have fun. And I just think everything that has come at him in such a short period of time, because when you say Puka, everybody knows who you're talking about now. Yeah. That just got to step away. And really now, who in your corner? Mm-hmm. Who really wants to see you succeed and be successful? Because when we on the come up, everybody want us to get to the top. And then as soon as we get to the top, everybody want to pull us down.
Facts.
And so you got to be with the people that's happy to see you there, even though they not there. Mm-hmm. And when they not there, they want to pull you down. And so, yeah, Puka called me. He let me know. And I was happy for him because I had been telling him, like, maybe you don't have to check into something, but start talking with somebody, and he took it a step further, and he did this on his own. He did this on his own. Nobody told him to, he did this on his own.
This kind of like I was alluding to. Look, we gonna get some jokes off because at the end of the day, I think the best time to get jokes off is when nobody got hurt except maybe that lady. I don't know. That looked like some deep, you know what I'm saying? What's it called? So I do want to joke. I want to laugh. Because there's some funny stuff in here. There's a bunch of funny pictures Puka Nacua has taken in the same fiscal quarter. Like, he's everywhere. But at the end of the day, dog, he was wilding, right? And let's take you all the way back. If you remember, back when he was hanging out with like Aiden Ross or whatnot, and Aiden Ross had him doing some interesting gestures, right? And by the way, Puka Nacua went crazy that game against the Seahawks. He had another crazy, insane season. Like, Puka is going to be okay. He's a ball player, and I think we can all see that. But man, was he wilding. Man, was he at UFC events tweaking. Man, was he any place except, you know what I'm saying, seemingly, you know what I'm saying? And again, look, we don't want to be the, what's it called?
Casually with one hand on it there, I'm like, yo, I can kiss the wall right now. He's like, I'm like, he's looking at me. I was like, hey, what? I'm looking at the road. He's not looking at the road.
Now, I'm not saying that this dolphin impression, I'm not saying that this means that he's completely off the rails. What I'm saying is all of this looked wild. It looked crazy. The hairdos were upset. Can we go through this? I want you to see this. This man became James Bond in the last 3 months. We're here. Now he's Prince. Now he's a tech bro. And now he's Russell Westbrook? I'm confused. Anyway, that's not the point. What I'm saying is there's jokes to be had because there's a lot of funny stuff going on, right? But at the same time, there does need to be a level of respect and admiration to say that, hey, he checked himself in, right? That takes, look, it's one thing to get off the rails and to fly off the rails. Everybody flies off the rails. Everybody has those weeks, days, X, Y, Z. But here's the great thing. Nobody was hurt except that young lady, right? Thank the Lord. He didn't go out and say, well, apparently he was saying some crazy stuff. But those reports have been dropped from what we've said. Hey, those have been dropped, right? Hey, you had fun. All you've done so far, Puka, is bite a lady and have too much fun. Now, again, too much. We're up here. I need you to bring it down there. So the fact that he was legitimately able to see that and say, hey, man, I need some help. That's not easy, dog. Like, people have to be forced into rehab. People have to be cornered into the idea that you might need help. It's one thing to acknowledge that there's something wrong, and a whole nother step to actually work to do that. Got to applaud Puka Nacua about that situation, and because, you know, getting the things fixed is very important. Now, I do want to speak about what Puka Nacua's attorney said once he got released in the official, report of everything. He says Puka takes responsibility for his well-being and increasing his performance during the offseason. So in early March, before any temporary restraining order was filed by Madison Adaby and subsequently denied by the court, because remember, like I said, it's been dropped, Puka voluntarily entered a holistic care facility to focus on his personal growth. So also, y'all talking, is that necessarily a rehab? I don't know. I've been to so few rehabs, but it sounds like a holistic whatever, you know what I mean? So maybe it's not that, to focus on his personal growth. So not only was the lady, apparently the court thing got dropped and it got denied, but apparently he was in, what's it called? He's been in what do you call it? This rehab or holistic? I don't know what to call it now. This holistic thing for the beginning of March. So that lady was either lying or that lady has a lot of people biting her back. She need to get that looked at. Look, that lady, I don't care if it was Puka or not, you need help. Puka is getting the help. If you letting random people bite your back and it wasn't Puka, we got whole different conversations. We got whole different conversations. He is committed to using his time constructively so that he can return in the best possible position, both personally and professionally, to continue contributing to his team and the game he loves. He will complete the program in plenty of time to be also involved in all of the Rams OTAs. Puka is also deeply grateful for the support he has received from his family, friends, Coach McVay, and his teammates. It is unfortunate that a trivial lawsuit has drawn attention to Puka during a time when he is focused on becoming a better overall person. I'm really excited to see what the future holds for this gifted young man. Right? It's one thing to say, what's it called? It's. Oh, sorry. This was way back. This was back in the Aiden Ross thing. Hold up, let me. You don't need to see that. So, like I said, it's one thing to fly off the handle. It's another thing to actually do it and really start work on that and start to kind of attack those things. So, do want to applaud Puka Nacua for that. Do want to check in and see what Unc and Shannon Sharp have to say about that. Joe Johnson speaking about it.
The Rams have been urging Puka Nacua to grow as a person after a series of controversies off the field over the past year, and now he's taking steps to do that. Puka has checked himself into a private facility, his attorney confirmed today, to focus on his health, personal growth, and overall development. Nacua checked himself into the facility on his own and will remain there until he completes the program of head of the Rams OTAs that start in a few weeks.
Yes, sir.
Joe, if you could offer him some advice, Joe, then you can take it. What would you say to Puka?
I mean, understand the opportunity you have that's in front of you. Understand how valuable you are to the Los Angeles Rams. Understand how hard you worked to get to where you at. Understand all the adversity, all the obstacles you had to overcome to get where you are. And remember that. And don't forget it. Now, I think maybe Puka might be a little comfortable because of the success that he's having. Enjoying himself a little too much. It's okay to enjoy yourself, Joe, Uncle Joe. It's okay to enjoy yourself. Hell, I enjoyed myself, but I also knew what lines not to cross off the field.
What did he do? What did he do? Off the field.
Go ahead,
right.
you got it.
He checked himself in, but I'm saying, what happened?
TJ Houshmandzadeh, now allegedly, he likes to party.
Yeah.
And, the recent event that came out about the young lady, he didn't look in the greatest control of himself.
He bit on the buttocks.
Man, this is why.
Yo, I can't take Nightcap. This is why if you watching Speak Easy, stop and just watch Nightcap, dog. My guy, Shannon Sharp, man, and Ocho Cinco, absolute insane. Look, man, I hope Puka Nacua is doing better. Stop biting women on the buttocks. Please get some help. Please stay away from Aiden Ross if you have any self-respect. That goes for you too, Shedeur. But if you enjoyed this video, like it. If you didn't, dislike it. Subscribe if you like football content. Let me get up out of here, man. Jeez Louise. Sell more. What's going on, man? I'm doing it before he gets his second contract. Yeah, and just a girl. That's the big reason. That's why everybody is looking at him like, yo, dog, what are you doing? Like, you leaving money on the table, big homie. Yeah, I don't know about the bottom. I don't know where Acho got the backside from. It was the back, not the backside. You feel me? So it's a little different. It's a little different. Now I do want to do. This one's gonna be a lot more fun, man. I like these quick little reactions, man. These quick little reactions, man. Oh gosh. You know what? I really should. You know what I should do? This is what I should do. Give me the big cat drill. LSU big cat drill. Do y'all know what that is? Do y'all know what the LSU big cat drill is? Let's see if I can find it. The LSU big, yeah, here it is. We're gonna watch the big cat drill. Wait, no. They've got the original big cat drill. Y'all don't know nothing about this, man. Which, like, this was my era. This was like what we used to watch. watch. Dog. All right, we gonna watch a little bit of the big cat drill, man. If we get time, we gonna watch the big cat drill. What y'all know about that? What y'all know about the big cat drill, man? Nothing, man. Y'all don't know nothing about it. All right. Y'all taking me back, man. Y'all taking me back to places and spaces. Yeah. Y'all got stuff. That's my fault. That's my fault. So this clip has been going viral in the world of football. I'm gonna let you watch it. Hey, a lot of people were really upset about this, and I think it was a very polarizing opinions, right? I think when you first see this, especially in the modern era of targeting calls and not lowering the shoulder, not holding the head, like I assume you would probably think this is crazy and barbaric. But I'm not that old, but this is how in Pee Wee, this is how practices went. Now, I'm not saying that was right. I'm not saying that was correct. But what I'm saying is this going viral is very funny, and it really makes me feel old because this was Tuesday after math class for us. Like what were we talking about? So this drill really went super viral. It went so viral, in fact, that the SEMO head football coach had to make comments on it because of how viral it went, right?
Today is what I call an identity scrimmage. We have 50 new players. We got 5 new coaches. We just got here. We need to make sure we understand who we are as a program. All right. When you wear our jersey, you put on our helmet, there's a standard and about what that standard looks like.
Hey, there you go. There you go. Now, 2 things can be true, right? And we've got some other behind the scenes. I'm sorry that they keep playing the saxophones. Can I mute this? Let me mute this. Thank you. So apparently even they had people showing their from different years their film of this exact drill, and this is what it looks like. It looks to be like a score type drill. Hey, you only need 5 yards. You got 3 people tackling you. Can you find a way to get in the end zone type beat, right? Can you not fumble the ball, right? So I genuinely, because I think sometimes you have to realize when you're talking to people of different age, I want y'all to know, this is, first off, if you're watching this, it's on the second channel, if I'm streaming this. So I want to ask my live chat and anyone who's watching this video, do you think these drills are crazy, right? And I'm going to ask you that first, because then I'm going to show you a drill that's so popular and that was literally everywhere, that it got so popular that we as high schoolers, we wanted to do this drill. Like, it was like, oh, that's so cool. You got some people with a few different opinions here. Sean Merriman, right? Now, Sean Merriman is the same person that was, super upset that Shedeur won the Pro Bowl, and he's upset. I mean, this is a linebacker from the U, right? Real deal, rough tumble guy. He says this is ridiculous. But Coach Jason Brown, right, says that great coach and still coaches the right way at SEMO. This is football. When full speed equals 0 injury, go half pussy speed and wear helmet condoms and get hurt. Jason Brown, look, even a broken clock is right twice a day, and I think Coach JB has a what's it called? I think he has a good point there, so I think that's good. And then, of course, Brandon Epton, this is a random dude. He said it's just football. This is the exact situation that happens in every single football game. And I do want to point out that, SEMO football, this is where this happened. SEMO, I think it's southeastern Missouri. They have a respected FCS program. Like, this is a well-respected FCS program. They got first team, Big South players. They make productive players, and they're a very well-respected FCS school. So I do want to point that out. But I think what's even bigger to point out, first off, this is, before we even go there, this is another player from SEMO, and this was his experience. Apparently, he was a punter, and he got his leg snapped at a SEMO practice, as you can see. Oh! So apparently he got his leg snapped. Depending on how you feel about punters, maybe that's a big deal. Do you think punters are people? That's up to you. But in more reality, it was really just an excuse for us to watch this video. It's an excuse for you, or for us, to watch a throwback LSU video. Because again, this video is from 2016. It's literally 10 years ago now. God, I'm old now. I'm getting old. I'm becoming unk. But what's it called? In high school, this was the drill. Actually, there was another big cat drill. I don't think it was this one. I think this is just straight up like what's it called? Bull rush. But there was another one where there was one person against like 15 other people. Like, but let's see kind of how things went.
Let's go, William. Okay, Bain. Let's go, William.
Look who it is. Look who it is. It's Leonard Fournette. and that's Jamal Adams, by the way. This is some dogs. This is some dogs. This is not. Oh, y'all missed it. I'm sorry. This is not the exact big cat drill. I'm gonna find it. Okay, there you go. Man, I want to hear the pads, man. What's going on, Deontay? Look at the bucket helmet. Yeah. But this was not the drill I want to talk. That's just regular board drills. This, I found it while we're watching. I'm happy we got to watch that though, because that's important to see. This was 2013. Okay, this makes more sense. 2013. This is called the Tiger Attack Drill. So again, these were the drills that we wanted to do. We saw these and we were like, "Oh, this is fire."
Get him off! Get him off! Get him off! Get him off! Let's go! Get him off! Attack! Get him off!
So you can't tell because the jerseys. It's 3 people against 1 dude just pushing them to the ground. Shedeur, get off. Get rid of him. Yeah. Oh. Come on, man. Get to that bag. Oh. Like what? This. Hey, Deontay said it best. This drill made a lot of basketball players. This is. There's an old saying, in Tennessee, probably Texas now. There's an old saying about spring football. And spring football is about weeding out who actually wants to play football, because a lot of it is this type stuff. It's just, oh! Why do you do that to him? Why do you do that to him? Yo, that's not cool. Yeah, man. A lot of it gets a little crazy, man. You gotta fight back. Hey, it makes get up off me. Get up off me. Boom, get up off me. Yeah, 2-5. Get in there, 2-5. You get the point though. You get the point, right? It's real fun stuff. I think SEMO does not deserve this type of scrutiny. I'm a guy. I'm all about player safety. But I also have this opinion. If we're going to play a sport where the objective most of the time is to smash my head against your head, we've got to just come to a term and live as humans knowing that this sport is going to cause head trauma. I don't see anybody in boxing, please correct me if I'm wrong, boxing, UFC, I don't see anybody in those sports talking about like, oh, well, maybe we should make make it wear headsets or what's it called, head protection or XYZ. I don't see people in the UFC talking about how concussions need to clear up. Like no, If I'm punching you in the fucking face, dog, your head gonna hurt. If I'm smashing your head against the pavement, your head gonna hurt. If I'm wearing full armor and my job is to fold a man, your head gonna hurt sometimes. We need to, I think, just accept that CTE is a part of football, because then we don't get these backwards things where a person practicing football is now starting to go viral. I don't like that. You know what I mean? But that's me. Y'all let me know how y'all feel down below. See you next time. Peace. That's just me. It does. Those are fun. Yeah. The what's it called? Specifically the attack tiger. That's the one. I thought it was the big cat drill, but the big cat drill was when they got in the fight. I just remember that. That's why that video was so viral. But yeah, the attack tiger drill. That's the one that is fun, because especially as a defensive player, kind of stacking and shedding. If you're going against D line, backers, and secondary. Yeah. Exactly. So I think that's fire. I'm rocking with all of this. I'm rocking with it. I'm rocking with it. Now we're gonna do some Ruben Bane, and I think that's it for us. I think that's it. We're gonna go Ruben Bane. We can wrap it up. We might do one more reaction after Ruben Bane. But other than that, we're gonna be alright. Read the chat for a second here. Gonna rock the night away. Yeah. And when the groove is dead and gone. Sunrise, we gon' ride forever. I'm feeling like listening to some Michael Jackson, man. Also, I feel like listening to this. Don't ask me. Don't ask me why, but I do. Man, that's y'all don't know about that, man. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Man. All right, back to the NFL. Let's get to it. What is your other channel? All right. Since you asked, this is the other channel. We just be reacting. We be yapping. We react to all types of stuff. The Puka Nacua situation, a little of this, a little of that. I get to get. That's where I be talking about Arch Manning, by the way. I be talking about Arch Manning on the second channel. Be talking about Arch Manning on that second channel, man. Y'all better watch out. But this is it right here. I'll drop the link in the old situation. But, you know, there is some Shedeur stuff, but it's not really a Shedeur channel. You know, I talk about, talk about all types of stuff. Yeah, man. I any excuse I have to any excuse I have to play that music, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna eat it. I really like Baldy. I like Baldy breakdowns. He's a good guy. He's a nice guy. All right, let's get into Ruben Bane. If you don't want to get into some foosball, I suggest you get up out of here, because we're about to get into some real foosball. Tings, can you multi-channel tag live streams? Weekend a video between channels or no? Can you multi-channel tag live streams like weekend a video between? Oh, I don't think so. Not yet. Oh, the Cash App. I do have Cash App. You know, there's not a lot of people in here. How about just for y'all, just for this, because there's not a lot of people in here, I'm gonna drop my regular Cash App. There's something wrong with it. I couldn't switch over the name. But if y'all would like my Cash App, I'll drop it, because you specifically, I remember you asked for it for the diaper fund. Like when you upload a video with Tings 200 and this channel. Yes, I know what you mean. I don't think you can with live streams though. Like I like the collaborate. Yeah, okay. I think it's okay. I thought it was delayed, but there you go. There you go. Okay. I'm going to y'all don't do nothing with this, all right? I'm trusting y'all, okay? I mean, my name's so generic it don't really matter, but that's what it is. That's what it is. Boom. There you go. I ain't gonna say nothing about it. I ain't gonna pin it. I ain't gonna do all that. But just so you know. All right, bet. Let's get into this Ruben Bane situation. If you want my Cash App, there it is. I will need to update a Cash App for the actual diaper fund, but I was supposed to do that. I didn't get a chance to because the person who's the diaper fund is for, he be distracting me. He be, you know what I mean? You know how he get down. What's it called? All right, boom. Let's do it. Ruben Bane is looked at as the top edge prospect in the 2026 NFL Draft. Well, of course, whoa! I fumbled the video. Yeah, we do have to get a CFB Tings Cash App. I gotta get it right. But that it's right there. My Cash App is right there. But I do need to get a professional one. I gotta get that happen. I gotta make that happen. Sorry, gotta restart this video. I'm gonna hop right back into it. All right, so Ruben Bane is looked at as the top edge prospect in the 2026 NFL Draft class. Well, that's really according to who you ask, because there's been a big, and I mean big, large,
Hey, yo, what the?
a large conversation about the length, about the girth of this man's arms, and it's expanded all the way over to Gerald McCoy, who also is hearing that people don't want to draft Ruben Bane.
Y'all can underestimate how much importance they putting on that boy arms being short. Every defensive line coach I've talked to, all my defensive line friends, they believe it's a problem.
Really? Oh.
His arms being short.
I wasn't expecting you to say that.
Yeah, I'm one of the only people that believe that you can coach him up to play it properly. You see, even seeing offensive linemen saying they would love to go against a guy like that. Separation is just so important.
Gerald, he was productive.
He was. But I'm saying, I'm watching him play. I'm talking to these defensive line coaches, and defensive line coaches don't like guys with short arms. It's just, it's too important of an attribute. So he might, like Lee said, he might be there at 12.
I do want to, I'm pausing the video because I'm not sure who Pegasus is, but thank you so much. Hey. Thank you, Pegasus. I'm assuming that's you, DP. I'm assuming that's you, Donna C. I'm assuming. I don't know, but I really appreciate that. Hey, Vegas girl. Yeah. Thank you. And the diaper fund. Thank you so much. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. But let me go ahead. I'm gonna finish up this video, and then we'll go from there. I just sent something. Can you check? Yep, I got it. Thank you. It's probably gonna be delayed, but thank you so much for sending that. I hit you with one of these. Big diaper fund situation. I appreciate that so much. I appreciate that a lot. But let's get right back into the video. We're gonna finish it up. Again, I wasn't expecting that from Gerald McCoy, but again, he's saying that he's hearing from certain people that it's just too short for our guy, Ruben Bane. He's officially coming in at 6'2", 9 1/8 inch hands, and 30 7/8 inch arms with a 77.5 inch wingspan. Now, this is on definition, right? This is not me. I'm not pulling no propaganda on you. This is the third shortest arms for an edge rusher in the mock draftable database, right? So that is through a large database. He is the only or the third, should I say, shortest edge rusher's length in arms. That's not great. That's not phenomenal. Now, what I want to show you though, if I could, right? Where everybody wants to talk about arm lengths, but have we looked at him go against people with long arms? If we have a big issue with the arm length, let's check it out. Donna, thank you again. I'm happy you saw that. I gotta set these videos up. I had to pause it real quick. Thank you. Nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, sorry, there's a delay. I don't know why this is. I thought I set it up so there is no delay, but there is a slight delay when I talk to y'all sometimes. I'm sure y'all realize it by now, but I set it up so it wasn't like that. That's why I was confused as to sometimes it'd be well. I was confused as to why it was like that. Oh. All right, let's get into it. All right. Okay, let's start easy. A Texas A&M player. We know they're not really good at football, right? So here's Ruben Bane Jr. with, again, 30 and 7/8 inch arms against a man with 35 and 3-inch arms. Let's see how Ruben Bane does. Let's slow this thing down too. Let's see what Ruben Bane looks like against a man with almost a 5-inch reach difference than him. 1, 2. Beautiful way that he attacks upfield, right? Trying to attack half of the man there, and then you see the tackle trying to match him, trying to mirror him, trying to get out there. He's starting to flip his hips as Ruben is attempting to run the hoop and make sure to position his body so he has the best angle at the quarterback. Look at him. Look, man. Your long arms don't matter. If me as a defensive lineman, I'm faster at getting to the point, right? If I can get my arms on the inside and control you faster than you can swing these big ass sledgehammers, it don't really mean nothing for you to have longer arms than me. So you got longer arms than me. It doesn't matter because, and this is just, hey man, is that why my Longhorns beat the dog out of Texas A&M? Huh? Is that why? Because I mean, number one thing one of the main things you learn as an offensive lineman, you got your head pointed down. He looking at the ground. So, Mister, you got 5 inches of length against him. He's beat you there. Look at his shin. He's bending while engaging. He's beat the punch, and now your head's facing towards the ground. Not a great start from a guy with a 5-inch reach advantage. But again, Ruben Bane's got T-Rex arms. Remember that, right? Get all up. Just speed to power. Nothing fancy about this. I would love to tell you that, it's the technique and it is the technique, by the way. It is. But I would love to tell you, he did some crazy super spinning chop. He didn't, dog. Straight up. Give you speed, hard get off. He's sitting in his chair. I want to threaten him vertically. So what I'm going to do, big push up here, right? What he's doing is he's opening up this a B gap here. Whoa, what did I just do? He's opening up this B gap. I want to exasperate or exaggerate. Look at the track he's taking. He's taking a track like he's going like he's about to run a go route, right? And what that does is forces this tackle to get out here. Look at the space that's being created, right? Look at in 2 steps, he's created the space in the lane that he's going to attack in, right? Gets him to open up, takes a chop. Now, you know that you're wrong when you're not being able to sit in your chair. So you're trying to move vertical, you're trying to kick step, but you're out here and you've completely opened this entire gap up. Just leaving it wide open, right? So when your feet are bad too, right? As you see, the feet are bad. It looks like it almost looks like he slipped. Look at his left foot. You see, he slides it, and he's late to this. So he doesn't get to put the power in, right? He doesn't get to use his foot and generate power because of how fast Ruben Bane came right at him. He's got no power. He can't generate power. His right foot is in the air right now. His right foot's in the air. He missed his punch with his right, and his left hand is too slow to get there, and he can't drive with any power. Boom. And like lightning. Y'all ever seen The Incredibles? Y'all seen when the teacher slows the tape down and you can barely see it? That's how fast Ruben Bane's hands are. Look at him. It's like a snake. Boom! It's already there. He's engaged, and these long arms don't have a chance. Speed to power, completely forklift him, collapse the pocket, and have a beautiful lane. And by the way, it's holding. Beautiful lane to go ahead and get the sack. That's not enough for you? Oh, that ain't enough for you. All right, how about another man with super long arms? Here's, again, 30 and 7/8. Shout out to NFL Draft Files, by the way. Great stuff. Here's Diego Pounds. 33 and 3/4 inch. Let's slow it down again, right? I want to show you why people think this guy's a great edge and why people think that, no, you shouldn't just kick him to the inside. You shouldn't just let him play 3 technique because of this, right? Again, I love rushing the passer. It's all in the intricacies. Just rushing the passer, wide receiver drills versus DB drills is the same thing in my eyes, right? Is the same thing in my eyes. First off, shout out Juanita. Thank you. I don't know, you know what I mean? The diaper fund is growing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Sorry, I just had to pause the video for that. It's wide receiver versus offensive or DBs is the same game, different flavor as offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. The intricacies are in every single step. Right. First off, I love this kick step by this offensive lineman. By the way, I already like this. Show you the difference between this offensive lineman and this offensive lineman. Right now, I do want to also say they have different tasks. Right. He is one-on-one with this edge. It looks like he's going to actually help here because he's got somebody in his gap, and then he's going to come out and he has a tight end right here. So I do want to say that. But I love what I see so far. But I love what Ruben Bane does even better. Look at the head. Look at where his foot goes. Again, his foot. Look at where his foot is pointed. This is important. Because he's cocked this way. His first foot here, it's pointed directly at him. And this is important. Trust me, it's important. Directly at him. Shins low. Lots of power. He's loaded up. Because the next step he takes is upfield. At him, takes the next step is upfield. So now he's widening again. He's widening him up. I need to get him in this chair. I need to influence some way so I can play half a man and completely put this man on his ass to get to the quarterback. 1, 2. Oh! Now we get to talk about technical. Now we really get to talk about technical. So at you, upfield. Now I got you where I want you. I've closed enough distance. I've threatened upfield. Now it's time for me to attack. Look at, again, offensive lineman. Again, his feet are kind of close. I don't like that, but we'll see. But his hands are ready to, they're ready to punch. They're loaded. They're ready to punch. I like that. I would like to see the pad level a little lower. I would like for your ass to get a little bit lower because you got a mammoth of a man that's finna put you in a blender, boy. 0.25. Watch the hands. Watch, these hands are longer. These arms are longer. It doesn't matter because I'm throwing these oven mitts at you. Get off of me! Swipe to rip. Dog, you better hold. This is beautiful. At you, upfield, and look at how the offensive line responds. Beautiful first kick step. He sees that his foot goes upfield, right? Now watch the next kick step. That first kick step was under control and beautiful. He matches him perfectly. Next kick step, his left foot is dragging in the ground. That's what happens when you threaten somebody. His feet are getting too close. That's what happens when Ruben Bane is bearing down on you. He already had him cooked. Intricacies are within every step. In 2 steps, he's cooked. And then a few more steps, he's got the longer arms. He shoots at the right time. It doesn't matter. Swipe, club down. Look how he leans on this defender. He is sideways. He's sideways. Look at this, guys. He's leaning on him. He completely dispatched his hands. Get up off me. By the way, everybody got free on this play. But still, my God, just put these boys in a blender. Just go ahead, man. Just go ahead and put these boys in a blender, man. I think this is the same rep. Oh, no, it's a different rep. Look at the hand fighting. Look at the hand fighting. You know, Aaron Donald. Go look up Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald was notorious for training with knives. He used to train with knives, right? Mr. T-Rex Arms probably needs to talk to Aaron Donald. He probably already has, because this is knife fighting. I'm going to take you in a box. I'm going to take you in this phone booth, and we're going to fight. This is a real deal true 5. It ain't nothing wide. Ain't no 7. Ain't no, hey, I'm going to line up way out here so I can get this. Nuh-uh. This is a 5. I believe it's a 5 or 6, right? I'm not the best when it comes to my alignments, right? But I think head up is actually a 5 eyes on the inside. So I think this is a 5 technique, right? Ain't nothing fancy about this. This is to ensure that I can stop the run and the pass, right? This is not an obvious passing down based on just alignment, right? Now, he sees his pass. Now, what does he do? Immediately, with the short arms, look at where you can't see it. He's grabbing right here. Right here. He's getting that fat back of, yeah, right here. And he's controlling this large man with longer arms. Boom. Okay, he tries to reset now. He punches. He tries to reset. First off, he tried to punch with his right arm. He said, get the fuck out of here. He said, don't even touch me. Don't even think about it. Please, right? And then he tries to punch here. That's when he gets the arm fat, right? Then he tries to punch again. Look, get off me. Then he tries to punch on the back on his outside of the shoulder. Reset. This boy good. hey, this boy nice. Hey, he just dismantled his hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get 5, 6. Get off of me. Did you see how active his hands are? There are people who are 6'6" with long arms who can't fight like this when it get off me. Get off me. He had a counterattack to everything this lineman was doing. Now he's out here a little wider, right? He's got the ability here. Is this going to be an actual run play? It is a run play. Oh my God. Hey man, you don't want to see him in run defense. Get off. It's the technicality in these hands, man. It's you could talk about how short the arms are, but when the hands are this precise, he grabbed that man on his outside of his shoulder pad and threw him like a rag doll. Get off of me. And now I'm ready to make a play on the backside of this run that wasn't even going towards me through a pulling guard. Stand up. What does he do? He doesn't even get he gets a bad jump. Offensive line's in great position here. He goes out there and meets him. He gets a bad get off. He typically has really good get off. Look, the ball is hiking. He's just getting his first step off. That's a bad get off for Ruben Bane standard. So he's up. And now that he knows he has that, right? It's something that, it's good to do. He's going to keep pushing this upfield, right? So he's going to keep pushing up. He wants to widen him out. More importantly, he wants him to fold. Boom, boom. Look at how. Oh my God, he's so fucking good. Okay, 1, 2. So tries to actually. So when you have short arms in this offensive line, which you see how he does, he fake shoots his hands. So he fake shoots his hands. Ruben Bane's ready, but now he goes from swiping that fake fake shoot. He gets ready. He thinks and this is an offensive line that's playing games with Ruben Bane now. He's fake shooting his hands so he can get Ruben Bane to show what he's going to do, so now that he can punch. Doesn't matter. Ruben Bane said, oh, I just got to come up with a counter move, and my counter move is my hands are better than your hands. Let me hold on to your hands real quick. You don't need them. Boom. Boom, gets inside him. Remind you, he fake shot. His arms are longer. He has now dispatched them. His arms are inside. One arm's longer than the next, and now he's got him off of him. Yo, you can talk about short arms all you want, but against people with long arms, Ruben Bane gets it done. He's a quality football player. So I don't care about what the defensive people that are, again, anonymous have to say about it. What I care about is what this film says. He goes against NFL tackles with longer arms and he embarrasses them. Just draft Ruben Bane, dog. That boy nice. My goodness. Torture Cam Robinson. Hey, put Cam Robinson in the dang torture rack, son. Wouldn't know what to do with himself, man. But nah, man, that's it. That's all we got today. Very fun day. Very fun time. Remind me next time we're going to put some sounds on the soundboard. But we had fun today. We did the, what's it called? The Browns media video, right? We chilled with our guy Todd Monken. We talked to him for a second. We saw what he had to say about some stuff. Talked about Todd Monken. We talked about Ruben Bane. We got a reaction in. Man, we did what we needed to do. I appreciate y'all rocking with me today. Fun stream. We had like 200 at one point. I can't thank y'all enough for last stream, yo. And can I thank everybody who donated on Cash App? Look again, by next time I'm gonna have a real Cash App. But Juanita donated another 10 to the diaper fund. Donna donated some to the diaper fund. So thank everybody who donated. Thank everyone who donated in the YouTube stream. Shout out to the people who became members. Y'all let me know what y'all want. I'm probably gonna do a member poll, but I'm gonna do the same thing like we did last week. I'm gonna throw a few. Should I do some defensive players? I'm gonna throw some. It's out the mud. Hey, that one. It's out the mud. Rashad McKenzie. That one might just have to go in there. That one's having a great resurgence. I like that one a lot. Shout out, Bam. Great stream. Trizzy, I didn't even shout you out. Trizzy, next time I go a whole stream without shouting you out, smack me in the mouth. All right. What's up, Trizzy? I hope you're doing all right. Appreciate you supporting in the what's it called? In the draft stream, by the way. Appreciate you, Deontay. Of course. Y'all know we get done. You know what I mean? Deontay, it's going to be, I think, a second before I cover any other Ohio State prospects. But I do want to watch some of y'all's spring football. I want to cover some of that on the second channel. By the way, if y'all are watching the second channel, because it's pinned, second channel is college football and reactions. So, it's not as tight over there. We just throwing stuff up. Maybe some high school for like, well, I don't care. Well, I'll watch whatever. So that's what that second channel. That's just foosball, general stuff. So that's we're gonna be that us reacting to that football drill. That's gonna go up there. But no, that's it. I have fun. I appreciate y'all. Need to add the must be the money. Oh, Don DeMarco. Yeah, we do need the Don DeMarco. We gotta get that. But y'all be great. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be phenomenal. I'm gonna scoop up my little dude. Thank you for everybody who contributed. Everybody who watched. Dope stream. Appreciate you, Intel Plays. We have a good night. Of course, Ohio State cooking some fire. Hey, Chris Henry? Not too much. No, we gon' Deontay, we gon' yap about it. Deontay been for how many years has it been that you've been hanging over the fact that Ohio State just breeds insane people and crazy athletes? You've been hanging that over my head for years, man. It made me feel bad. Nisa, thank you so much. W streams all around. Beautiful stuff. All my members, again, like I said, this weekend, y'all gonna get probably a defensive player. And then, you know what I should do? Jeremiah Love. That's just gonna be fun. Let's do Jeremiah Love, and I'll pick a defensive player. Film breakdowns for the members this weekend. If y'all want anything else, y'all let me know. Y'all want some different type of flavors? It seems like y'all really enjoyed the, what's it called, the reaction. So get in there while y'all can. Be great. Have a blessed day. We will see you next time.